Hi there, good morning, good afternoon, for whatever timing you are getting to see this video. I'm excited as always, and I'm thrilled to be bringing something new and beautiful. Yes, you would really love what I'm trying to talk about this new series. So today I'm going to start a series on introduction concerning priorities. Now, a lot of times people don't understand that their level of productivity is greatly determined on their priority. And once you have your priority figured out, I can assure you for free, you will be in that place where you'll be thriving in everything you do. So now there are areas of our life that must come first. No matter what it is, there are certain things that must come as number one in our life. And once we understand what those things are, it will help us to put every other things in place. So in this new series, we will talk about prioritizing your walk with the Lord. We'll talk about prioritizing your health. A lot of times people leave their health to chances, and you discover that what would have been diagnosed early and treated either by the power of God or treated by medical science is now going to cause one's death. Why? Because it was not paid attention to. We're going to talk about prioritizing your family. I've always said this: if you have been following my teachings on my channels, you will discover that family is one of the things I am very loud about. God is a family man, whether you like it or yes. It may take you time to realize that, but it doesn't change that God is a family man. God is intentional about family. You too must be intentional about family. So we prioritize these things in our life. When we prioritize this in our life, we will discover that there are certain things that will naturally just fall in place in our life. Yes, there are certain things that will naturally fall into place. Another thing we will talk about is learning to prioritize your personal growth. You are not so much useful to people like you think you would have if you don't have certain levels of growth. Growth is one thing that people will always demand. People will always call for men who have capacity for the things that they say they have capacity for. So if I tell you that I want to give you a contract of $10 million, and then what will determine me giving you the contract is your proof over time of your capability of handling $10 million and reproducing or multiplying it different. All right. So people will look at for how much have you been growing, how much growth have you come into. So you must learn to prioritize your work with the Lord, prioritize your health, prioritize your family, and most importantly prioritize personal growth, whether it is spiritual growth, whether it is financial growth, whether it is growth on every other areas of your life. Seeing that you are intentional with growth, you are intentional with all the things that God can cause you to be, it will put a certain order in your life. So yes, how have you been living? The orders and the structures that your life has been looking for. Do you know that priority can bring that order? Sometimes we don't understand that what we give attention to gives us direction. There's a book by Brian Tracy. I tend to read that book every year, sometimes 3 times, sometimes 2 times or more. Now, what the title of that book? Eat That Frog. Eat That Frog is I think the basics of that book is attending to the most important tasks so that it can give you an edge over the other tasks that you have to do. So yes, if you have been having issues with what is important in your life or in the order with which your life priority should come, this series is for you. So make sure you are glued. Make sure that you go call your friends, carry popcorn, because every Friday I'm going to bring in it hot on priority, what should come first, home should come first. All right. Sometimes we don't understand that there are certain people that should not come last in our life. And yes, there is a place of honoring them, and another part, there is a place of prioritizing them. You must learn to prioritize certain things in your life. And one of those things, most importantly, outside your work with the Lord, your family, your health, prioritize growing, prioritize becoming a better person, prioritize becoming a better version. When people met you last year, when they are meeting you this year, they should see progress, they should see growth. Growth is one of the most best things that can happen to a man's life after salvation and after many other things that is priority for them. So God has blessed you. I look forward to enjoying this series with you. It's going to really be mind-blowing. See you next week, Friday, 10 a.m. We will be talking about prioritizing your walk with God. Shalom.